All right, you guys, thank you so much for getting on our Zoom this evening. I am really excited. We usually do our Monday night team call, but we decided to change it up a little bit this week, and we wanted to feature some of our top loyal customer enrollers for the month of May. Some of these, some of them have signed up a crazy amount of loyal customers, and we're so excited to kind of get some tips from them, hear what they're doing. Because I feel like we should always be learning, and I always want to try new things. So I'm super excited to have 3 of our top enrollers for the month of May, and I'm going to ask them a few questions, and also they're going to just share a few tips and things like that with us. Can I find my phone? Okay. So first we're going to have Brittany James. She's going to hop on.
Hello, everyone.
Hi. Okay, Brittany. Yeah, I know it's your first time doing it. No, you're okay. So why don't you tell us a little bit about you, why you got started. You can tell us where you're from and things like that, just to kind of get started.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Brittany James, and currently I'm a Marine stationed in Okinawa, Japan. But I joined It Works because I'm getting out of the Marine Corps in like 3 weeks. I joined end of April. And I'm a single mom, and it's just me and my son. I'm moving to Chicago to go to school and finish my degree in marketing. And I knew that going from my active duty military check to working at Starbucks was not going to cut it for a college student. So I just wanted to find a way to make money from home. And Hannah McClagan, she has been following me for like 2 years. Ever since I met her husband out here in Japan when he was working out here. And I finally joined her, and I'm so glad that I did. It's been awesome.
Yeah, we're so excited for you, and you're like doing awesome. You're totally killing it. So how many loyal customers did you sign last month?
I wish I knew the exact amount. I didn't keep track of my amount, but I think it was around 15.
Yeah, I would lose track of that many too, so it's okay.
I just started my notebook this week. I'm a really unorganized person and very like fly at the seat of my pants kind of person.
Hey,
so this month I'm gonna keep track, but I don't know exactly the amount, but it was like around 15.
That's awesome. That is so awesome. Okay, so we're gonna kind of jump right in. Can you just kind of tell us, what did you feel like you were doing that was really working for you as far as getting those loyal customers?
I actually wrote a couple notes down that I wanted to talk about. There was, in the beginning, nobody was listening to me. It was really, the beginning of the month, I've only been enrolling for 1 month, but the beginning of the month was really kind of like unmotivating because no one was really, like in the beginning it's hard because nobody is listening to you really, no one's liking your posts, everyone's kind of like, what is this girl doing now? But I think that faking it until you make it is perfect, is a good thing to go by, because as long as you believe in yourself and people see that, and even if you like say, oh, I'm signing up, I'm talking to this person, and you're not talking to anybody, just like pretending that everything's going super awesome is going to make people want it to join you, even if it's not necessarily true. I'm not saying like be like lie, but I'm saying like motivate yourself, kind of make yourself believe that things are happening, even if they're not, and then things will start happening. So that's what we're trying. Also, showing myself using the products a lot and how they benefit me personally, rather than just approaching each post as like a marketing post, just an advertisement pretty much. I would post about how the products are, how like my personal experiences with the products, and just kind of like funny things that you wouldn't really see in marketing posts, like leg day friendly, hashtag leg day friendly or something like that. Just kind of to keep it funny. And I have a lot of people asking me if our products make them poop a lot, and I'll just like have hashtags like that kind of insinuate that you're not going to poop a lot from our products and that they're natural and stuff like that. And just keep it relatable, like be an advocate for your products pretty much, and how you can influence them in in your lifestyle.
Yeah, so I think you definitely, you try to be yourself. Like I've seen some of your posts and you're definitely like, keep it true to you. Like, how you were saying even doing your product posts and things, or your being a product of the product. You're just being you and you're keeping it fun and things like that. So you think that was really helpful to you? You weren't trying to be somebody else.
Yeah.
That's good. Gosh, I
Yes.
was gonna say something and I forgot. Sorry, you can go ahead if you want to say something else. I'll think of what I was gonna say.
People saw how it was affecting my life, and I shared my story with how I've been using these products for over a year before I started distributing. And I was like referring people to Hannah, so I was like, I should just sign up because I'm just like pretty much doing the job already. And I shared how I integrated them into my life and how I saw results. And then people that know me and even people that only know me on social media were like interested because I showed my personal experience with it. It wasn't like I was just trying to push marketing on them. It was more like I was trying to share my life and what worked for me and my fitness goals with them.
Yeah. And so you said in the beginning, like, no one was really liking or commenting on your posts, but obviously people were still watching you. So by you being consistent every single day, that made people, they were watching you and then they all of a sudden started asking you questions, right? And messaging.
Yes. I would wake up in the morning because pretty much I'm on the opposite schedule here in Japan. So when I'm sleeping, I'll get messages. I'll wake up in the morning to like 4 people asking me that have never liked or never commented anything. I haven't talked to them for years, and they just like come out of the crevices and are like, "Hey, I saw your post about like those hair, skin, and nail supplements, and I'm interested in getting started. Like, what can I do to get started, or what do I need to do? Can you tell me more about it?" And I'm just like, wow, I didn't know you were watching me. That's really cool. And even just adding people that you don't know, like I go on like athletic gear pages, like yoga gear boutiques and stuff, and I'll add random people that I think are cool. And I got my first customer that I have no idea how she was on my friends list besides me just like adding random people. And she became a loyal customer just like out of nowhere. She was like, I want to sign up. I want this. This is what I want. She ordered like 3 things. I don't even know her. And I never even commented on her stuff. She just saw my posts and just wanted to get started on a few of the products. So that was really awesome to see that my random friend adding has been working for me.
Yeah, that's growing your network is so important. Did you like send messages to people like asking them if they wanted to like try the products or even be part of the team or anything like that, or have you done that yet?
I've tried the cold messaging for joining my team, but not for the products. And the cold messaging for joining my team has worked better. I think that I would receive that better than someone just asking me to buy products, because like I haven't really been cold messaging about the products because I don't really feel like it's necessary for me.
Right.
And I wouldn't really like people to do that to me either. So that's why I stay away from that. But when it comes to like people that I want to join my team, that has worked for me. And I've gotten people to at least consider it or have that in their like headspace somewhere. I haven't gotten a distributor from that yet, but I have some people thinking about it.
Yeah, so your posting is like a big it's getting people. No, you're good. Okay, so really quick, what are like the things that you have, like, do you have like a 6 list or anything that you're doing every single day, like income producing activities that you feel like are really helping as far as, for the people watching you and things like that?
I don't have like a set schedule that I stick to yet because, like I said, I'm kind of unorganized, but I know that I use our products every day. So whatever I use, I share that in the morning. Like I'll wake up and have some greens, or I'll take a confianza, or I'll have a pancake breakfast and I'll use my fat fighters, and I'll always share that. And then after that, like midday, I'll share a before and after photo. And then the end of the day, I might show like the loyal customers I signed up, or even if I didn't sign up loyal customers, I'll still post that I signed up loyal customers. And or maybe I'll share like another product. It's just kind of the last one, like the third post is just kind of whatever I think of in the moment, or maybe I'll see a post from someone else and I'll kind of copycat them in my own way. I don't like to steal posts verbatim. I like to make them my own, but it's different for everyone. Like, as long as your friends list is different, I don't see why like taking the exact post is a big deal. But that's just what I do every day.
Yeah. Hey, it's working. It's working for you.
Yes, it's awesome. I've been having so much fun, and like I really like having the opportunity to connect with people too. I think showing genuine interest is really important because I love people and I love empowering women especially. And so just like showing them that they have like a friend in me and I'll be with them through their process just kind of makes them feel like they're part of something, even if they're just a loyal customer. And I feel like that's really important.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Okay, so lastly, I know it's like early there, so I won't take up too much of your time, but what is one tip like for someone who's on here and they're really wanting to try to get, I think Nadia said you had 16 loyal customers last month. What's like one tip you would give them to like really try to get that if they're really going after that many loyals for them to do?
I would just say consistency, like consistently posting, consistently engaging with your audience, like the people that have shown interest, have liked your post. Go in and comment on their daughter's birthday party, or go in and like their photo, or just do something that's uplifting, that just kind of puts in their brain that you still exist, even if they might have talked to you about something. They didn't open your reply for like 4 days, but you want them to open that reply because you think that this is really going to help them. Like, go in their Facebook and like stalk them a little bit, but don't go too deep into the Facebook. Just go on like the recent 3 posts and just like say something to show that you're being a friend and you're not just like hungry for their money. I feel like that's helped me like kind of shake my loyal customers that have been on the fence, that have went through and been like, oh, she's nice, why am I ignoring her? I'm a brat. I just need to open this message and reply because I know I want this stuff. That's what kind of like makes them, I feel like, really realize that you're not just there to take money from them. You're there to be their friend and help them on their journey to their wellness and their goals.
I love that. Yeah, just all we gotta do is be a friend, and it like really will go a long way. Well, thank you so much, Brittany, for getting on. I like took some good notes, and I loved everything you shared, and I appreciate you taking time to get on here because I know it's early, not super early over there, but
Like 11 a.m.
Yeah.
But I've always wanted to join these group calls, but usually I'm at work during them, because if they're this time every Monday, yeah, I'm always at work. But hopefully when I get out, I could make them more often.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing this, and we're excited to see what you got going ahead in the future. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a good day, ladies. Have a good evening.
Thanks.
All right. I'm going to stay and listen for a while.
Okay, I'm going to mute you, okay? So then you can talk, or if you got to do something, we won't hear you.
Okay.
Okay, you guys, so now we have Josie. I think she's on. I think I saw her. Josie, do you know how to unmute yourself? You're unmuted. You're good.
Okay, I'm good?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So,
okay, so really quick, just tell us, who you are. Just tell us a little bit about you, where you're from, like why you got started, things like that, and when you started.
Okay, so can you hear me still?
Yep, we can hear you.
Okay, my name's Josie, and I'm from Crescent City, California. I'm originally from San Diego, but I've been up here for about, 18, 20 years. But I started this company through one of my friends named Sarah McMahon. She is one of the girls in my upline. And so I watched her and her journey for about, maybe 6 months before I decided to join. And then I started in mid-March. And so far I feel like I've been doing pretty good, and I like the business, and I feel like it's made me more outgoing and talkative, because before I was always this quiet person, and I feel like I'm still a bit like that, because when it comes to like Facebook, how like the girl before me was saying, to comment on everybody's stuff. I feel like I'm not there yet, which I'm trying to work on that. But yeah, so that's pretty much a little bit about me. And then I have 2 kids. I have a year-old little boy, which will be a year this month, and then I have a 5-year-old daughter. And they kind of give me the momentum and push me to do this a little more.
Yeah, you're why. I love that. So how many loyal customers did you sign up last month? Do you know?
Last month, I believe I signed about 9. I signed 4 for one of my new DTs and then 5 for the other.
That's awesome. And you're like so new. That's so awesome. And you like promoted to executive. Yeah, already like so.
Unfortunately, I did promote, but then one of my girls below me dropped out like unexpectedly. She just quit, didn't say anything, and so I didn't get that promotion.
Hey, you hit it. We're telling you. In my eyes, you hit it. That's something that didn't happen, but hey, you worked hard. So let's talk about what you were doing to kick butt and sign those loyal customers. So what things do you feel like you're doing that are just totally like working for you, you know, that are really helping you sign those loyal customers?
So one of the things I feel like helps me is I'm constantly posting, like as soon as I wake up, in the middle of my day and at the end of my day. And I feel like some products, it just depends on what's going on in people's lives. But I feel like the cleanse and the fat fighters I just push for those a lot, and I feel like a lot of people get those. And then I follow up with people. I don't really do a follow-up Friday because I work all day on Friday, so I kind of just, anytime I follow up with people. And then I constantly am adding people on Facebook and Instagram, and I use my Instagram not just as much as Facebook, but quite a bit, because I actually signed 2 loyal customers last month just from my Instagram.
That's
and
awesome.
Yeah, a lot of people talk about trying to get their business on there, and I kind of just post simple posts on there, not everything that I post on Facebook, but some things, and I have gotten customers from that. And then also I just talk about it whenever I'm at work or to any of my friends. I talk about the products and stuff, and a lot of them get interested in like that, and then it kind of takes a little bit, but eventually they end up ordering.
Whenever you said you were doing the follow-ups, like what are you saying in your follow-ups? And how long are you waiting, you know, to follow up with people?
It just kind of depends. Like if I've messaged somebody a couple times already and they've ignored me, then I'll wait maybe another couple weeks to a month. Some people I waited about a month and then they ended up ordering. But most of the time I go based off of when they say they're going to get paid, and so I'll make an event on Facebook, or I'll write it down in my notebook. And I'm talking right now. Thank you.
These are for your game.
Okay, thank you. Sorry. And yeah, so I'll just follow up with them on the dates that they say they're going to get paid. And I try not to make it seem like I just want their money, so I always like will say, oh hey, how are you doing? Are you still interested in getting our product? When would you like to get your order going? And if they like tell me, hey, stop please, stop. I'm sorry.
Hey, you're
so
okay.
if they like try to conversate a little bit with me, I kind of try to keep the conversation going, even if they tell me that they can't order right away. I just want them to feel like we kind of have like a friendship, even though it's just like over Messenger. But I'll just be like, if they tell me they have like I have one girl who's telling me that she's in the middle of moving or something, so I just kind of made the conversation like, oh, that's exciting, that's cool, that congratulations for you guys getting your house. And we just had the conversation keep going, so that way next time I message her, it won't be like awkward. I'll just like ask her how like her move was and if she's ready to get the product going or anything.
Yeah, I love that. Like Brittany said the same thing too, you know, just being a friend, like showing people you genuinely care, like really does help. And, you know, obviously that's works because you're doing the same thing too, you know, like you're getting to know them, you're like taking interest in them. You're not, like you said, like it's not about making a sale and, you know, making money and things like that. So I think that is super helpful.
Yeah. And another thing is, when I first started, before I like watched a bunch of training videos, I used to give out my website to everybody, and I feel like that's why kind of a lot of people did it. Like I had a couple people have problems with the website, or they just never had the time to get on there. So now I always just automatically offer to enroll them myself, and then I just tell them all the information that I need, and then they send it to me. So that's how I did pretty much like probably all 9 of those. I enrolled myself.
So you like, if you're talking to somebody and they're like, okay, I want to order the hair, skin, and nails, and they say, how do I order? You just ask them for their info and tell them you'll place the order for them. You don't give them your website?
Well, I asked them if do you have time to order right now, or would you like me to order for you? And then some people, I think I've had like 1 or 2 end up saying that they would do it themselves just because they didn't want to give me their information over like Messenger. So then they would do that. But other people would be like, yeah, if you could order for me, please. I'm really busy right now. And I'm like, okay, I just need, all your information. And then they send it right over to me. And then I get it over to them and I screenshot their password and their username and send it to them. And then I tell them when they need to get back on, if they want to change a product, they can change a product, or just stop their auto shipment after 3 months, they use this information. And then so far, everybody's pretty much done it. I had a couple people get a hold of me telling me that they got their 3rd month shipment and if they can stop it. And so I just told them, you just use that information, and then they have taken care of it themselves.
That's awesome. Yeah, I feel like whenever I get people's information, I can get their order in so much faster because we know we're doing it. Because if we put it in control, it could be like weeks before they get around to do it, or things like that. So I definitely think that does help too. Sorry. Do you send like any messages or anything like asking people to try the products or about the opportunity? Or so far, have you just gotten everybody just from your posting?
Most of the people are just from my posting. Most of the people that I message, like cold message, they don't really reply. And I try to switch up the messages a little bit so like they don't think it's like spam or anything. But I've had a couple people like will tell me no thank you, and then so instead of me just ignoring them, I say okay with the smiley face, or thanks girl, or never, sorry to bother you, or just something, so that way it's not like awkward in case they do change their mind, and then they can go back and message me and not see that I was kind of like stuck up and didn't want to talk to them because they weren't buying a product. Because I've had a couple people do that. Like there was like a post where some people were bashing us It Works girls, and it upset me, and so I posted something just kind of like more respectful. And then it was really funny because most of the girls who were commenting on the other post messaged me asking about our products and stuff. So so I've had a couple girls who will tell me no or ignore me, and then eventually will message me on their own after a post they see. But there are a couple of messages that I do send out. I just say, hey, how are you doing? I'm looking for some people to do a 9-day challenge. Would you be interested in any of our products? And then sometimes, like yesterday, I was talking to a couple of people, and they asked me what do they have to do or what kind of products. And so I just went over a couple of our products, and then I asked them, because there was a video I watched before where she said to ask them for what their budget would be. So I asked them for what their budget would be for their health, and then they gave me like somewhat of a budget, and then I was able to find like some type of product for them.
Yeah, I like asking the budget too. Gosh, I need to start writing down my thoughts like as I'm asking them. But like you said a second ago, how if you message someone and they say like no thank you or whatever, like I always try to say something back too, because like you said, we don't want to make them think that we were just only interested in them signing up, and since they don't, we're like, okay, whatever, they're not worth my time. So I usually, like you say okay, and I'll just tell them, if they ever change their mind, I'm happy to help. Or I say, I just had to ask, I've been thinking about how awesome you would be, and I just had to say something kind of thing. So because I think I used to do that in the beginning, like I would just not answer them, or I'd be like, okay, and then I thought about it, I'm like, well gosh, they're still going to be watching us, so we should still be like a real person and just give them some kind of reply. Yeah. And like you said, people are still watching us, and even though they say no, doesn't mean a no forever, and you can see that too. What are some things, I think you kind of touched on in the beginning, the things that you do for your business like every single day?
So, well, the first thing I do is I post a status in the morning or a picture. I always try to do a before and after of something. And then later on, throughout my day, depending on what I'm doing, I try to like post a status about using the fat fighters, or I kind of just try to make it a little bit funny. So a lot of people, when they see my status, I get a lot of like laughing on it, because like one time I posted something like, so I work at a taco truck. So I post, oh, when you work at a taco truck all day, or it's like Taco Tuesday every day for you. Hashtag I love my fat fighters or something. And so I had a lot of people like that, or like laugh at it. So even if they're not like wanting to get the product, it'll at least get them to see more of my posts if they like my status or something. And then I do try to send out a couple messages throughout the day, and then I send out like, I don't even keep track, but I send out a bunch of friend requests on everything. I think like in each week I gain about 100 friends, like pretty much on Facebook.
Oh wow, that's awesome. Sorry, I like really am like have like the worst memory, I swear. Because I was gonna ask you, whenever you do your posting, do you also like sprinkle in like some non-it works posts too? Like I know you said you kind of try to be like funny whenever you do your it works post, but do you do like other posts too besides it works, so they know you're like a real person?
Yeah, I do probably share something or share a memory once a day, and then I'm more of a, or I shared stuff. So I do share stuff like maybe once a day, and then I post pictures at least like once or twice a day of like me and my kids or something.
Yeah, I like doing that too, like change it up, because it's good to like show people, that we're not it works
Yeah.
robots, and it helps relate them be relating to us too. Okay,
Yeah.
so if there was one tip you could give somebody who was really trying to, seal the deal with some loyal customers this month, what would you say like your biggest tip would be? Like, what do you think's helped you the most?
Let's see.
Or if we said, hey, tomorrow you need to sign 4 loyal customers and you get a $500 bonus, what would be the thing that you would make sure you did?
I would, well, I think what I would do is, like, one time I posted something about giving out a free product to, like, the first 2 people that ordered or something. So I would maybe message a couple people and tell them that you have this huge, like, bonus coming and you need some help and you're willing to give away free product if they order something. Something like that. Or a status.
And you would message people you've talked to before? Like, you think, like, trying to get them to see it? Yeah.
Yes, when I posted that status, I did get a hold of a couple people that were supposed to order like that day, but didn't follow up with me. So I told them that I had a raffle going on if they wanted to get their order in and get a chance to win a free product.
Oh, that's awesome. And that helped get them? That helped seal the deal?
Yeah, I got like 2 people that day. So that morning I woke up and then there was 2 people.
That's so awesome. That's awesome. Well, I thank you so much for taking your time and getting on here. I know you had a busy day and everything, but I appreciate you getting on here, and I'm so excited for you, and I'm like excited to see all the things that you do this month and all your success ahead, and I'm really proud of you, and thank you so much for getting on here with us and sharing all that.
Thank you. No problem.
All right.
Thanks.
I'll mute you, and then you can stay on, but we won't, you don't have to you can talk and stuff. We won't hear you.
Okay.
Okay, and next we have Angela. Okay. Oh, sorry.
Hi.
Hey. All right. Just really quick, tell us, everybody, a little bit about you and things like that, and then we'll hop right in.
So I'm a mom to a 3-year-old soon-to-be boy in 2 weeks. So I'm really busy right now. I'm actually still working full-time at the salon, along with 4 appointments a week, doctor's appointments, back appointments, stuff like that. So right now it's just really crazy time preparing for the baby to be here and working my business. And I've been in this business for a little over 2 years now, but starting this year I started to change things up on how I worked my business, and I've become much more successful with it.
That's awesome. So what are you doing? Like, what are the things that you're doing that you feel like are really changing things?
So I stopped making it about like me. Like I stopped worrying about what my next paycheck was going to be. I stopped comparing myself to other people who have been in the business the same amount of time but promoted to like double diamond or triple diamond. Or I stopped comparing myself. And ever since I've stopped comparing myself, I've been able to just really focus on where I want to be, what my goals are, working with my crazy schedule. And I've been able to just focus on me and my business and just bettering other people's lives as opposed to looking at other people's lives and trying to have what they have.
Yeah, because we all have our own journey, and I feel like even if it takes us 10 years to go ambassador, hey, it's okay. Because when at your job you have now, are you going to make the kind of money that ambassadors make? Probably never.
Oh my God,
So.
no.
Yeah, so that's awesome. Okay, so what are you doing as far as signing loyal customers? What's really helping you sign those loyal customers?
I'd say like my number one thing is really just consistency and just honesty. So every day I make sure to post, like I also post stuff about like my family, and I make sure to post like one positive like meme a day, like nothing related to it works, just something like positive, something funny, something family, as well as it works posts. But I make sure I post every single day, regardless of if I'm working 9 to 8 or I have appointments. Like I take the 5 minutes driving to just, make a quick post, or like I really only set aside like a few minutes here and there because of my busy schedule, but I make sure I post, and then whoever likes or comments, I make sure to message them. I don't like doing the cold messaging for loyal customers. I feel like it's not as personable as if you were to message people who actually are showing interest somehow.
Can I interrupt really quick, because I know I'll forget, because that's just how I roll. But whenever people like your post, what do you message them, or what do you say to them when they just like something?
So I message them and I'll be like, hey Donna, thank you so much for liking my post. I really appreciate your support. I was wondering if you had any questions about it or if you'd be interested in trying it. But I make sure I start off with like, thank you so much for like showing your support and like liking it, and not just jumping right in and be like, hey, thank you for liking it. Like, were you interested? Like I try to make it like really, really personable and like thank them for really reaching out and like liking it, because they didn't have to.
Okay, awesome. I like that, because I need to get better about the messaging people that like my stuff. And I'm sure sometimes you get people that are like, oh no, I was just liking your post, but because I feel like, some people are not even reading it, they're just liking it, especially if you have a picture, or something like, oh, she's cute. But no, that's still like, you never know, because some of those people might really want information. So okay, good, because I was wondering, that was something I needed help on, was messaging my likes. So I like that. Sorry, you can continue on what you were saying. I know you were saying you didn't message for product, like for customers.
Yeah, I like things to be, I found a lot of my success in actually sealing the deal has been making a really personal relationship. Like, I'm not just gonna recommend a product to everybody. I ask them first, what's your lifestyle like? How do you eat? Do you work out? Like, are you busy all day long? Like, can you get your 3 meals in a day? And then from there, after them telling me all that, I'll kind of put a list of products that I think would benefit them, and then I ask them what their budget is. And then when they tell me their budget, then I really kind of recommend what I feel is best for them. And they feel like really important, like, because I'm actually trying to help them, and they feel like I'm not trying to sell them something. They feel I'm really trying to help them.
And I think that's just so huge. And like, you're the third person tonight that's really talked about how, you're making about them and asking them their budget and finding out what their goals are, because I think it's really important. I mean, most of us are doing this because we really want to help people. Of course we want to make extra money, but, when we make it about helping other people, that's when we're going to notice that, also our business is going to grow. But, I like how you really find out what their goals are. Hold on, sorry, I'm just writing down my notes so I don't forget. And then, okay, you already said you didn't message. Do you message for, like, distributors? I know you don't do for
yeah.
What's, like, a sample message that you could share really quick that you would say to somebody?
Like just like a cold message to somebody I've never spoke to before, or
Yeah, like what's a message you would send out to somebody?
okay, so I only message people who I have built somewhat of a relationship with. I'm not just going to message somebody who I've never spoken to before or connected with in any way. So, like, say my friend is a mother. Like, I just did this actually this morning. I've talked to her about the products before, but nothing. Like, she just became a new mom, and this was a while ago that we had talked about the products. But I was just like, hey, like, I know you're a new mom and everything, and I really think that you'd be so amazing at what I'm doing, even with my busy schedule. And I could see you being really successful so you could stay home with your son, because she wants to be a stay-at-home mom and she has to work. So I kind of just throw in the confidence. Like, I really feel like she could be really successful because she's the mom just like I am, and she's busy just like I am, and how I want to see her succeed right next to me.
Yeah, I like that. You have to believe in them before, sometimes they believe in themselves. And this is like totally off topic because I know this is a loyal customer, like Enrollers, but that just made me think of something. We had a One Team One Mission the other day, and Ambassador Diamond Ashley Renau shared a tip when she's talking to potentials that she actually will go as far. Like, if it's someone like super close, like they're just right there on the fence, she'll make their little welcome picture and like before they sign up and just be like, oh my gosh, look at this, like look how amazing like you would be like as part of the team kind of thing. And she said that she does that, and it like helps that, it gets people envisioning themselves like, holy cow, like welcome to the team, like a little positive quote or whatever you want to do. And she said like it just gets them like over that little fear. And I thought, hey, that may be something that I'll try, because I kind of like that, it just kind of gets them their mindset where it needs to be. So I like how you said, it made me think of that because you were just saying how you believe that they can do it and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so lastly, what's the one thing that if there was someone on here, we'll say there's probably more than one person, but, they're really trying to go for a big goal this month and trying to seal the deal with some loyal customers, what's that one thing that you would tell them that they need to make sure they're doing? If they want to
being consistent, and pretty much what's helped me is keeping that vision of where you want this to take you. Like, let's say, like, I'm doing this for my family, so how hard am I going to work for my 2 kids? So I keep that in front of me, and like if I have to message until 11 o'clock at night, like I'm going to message till 11 o'clock at night. If I have to post like 10 times, I'm going to post 10 times. But my huge thing is just really been consistency, like consistently messaging, consistently following up with people, consistently posting, and just being consistent so people see that I take this seriously and I'm really not in this for the money. I like helping people.
Yes, I love that. Being consistent is so huge. Well, thank you so much for getting on here tonight. I know it's late there, and I appreciate, I'm sure you're tired being pregnant and all, so I appreciate you getting on here with us and sharing that with us.
You're welcome.
For you. Keep rocking.
Thank you.
All right, so really quick, so Jordan, I don't know how to say her last name. You guys probably know the one I'm talking about. I don't know. I always want to say Strand, but I know that's not it. But she couldn't be on tonight, but I think she had 17 loyals last month, but she's in Mexico right now. But Nadia she talked to Nadia, and Nadia has a few tips from her that she's going to share really quick that are from Jordan. Probably once she gets her kids from like
they're running in the background, so hopefully they're not too distracting. So what happens when dad's gone and mom's trying to do everything. So yeah, she's in Mexico today, so she couldn't get on, but she was pushing for a promotion, and honestly, she's always been a top enroller on our team, regardless of promotion or not. And we talk every single day, and I'm constantly picking her brain, and she probably has a lot of the same tips everybody else had, being consistent, posting every day, talking to people. So I just asked her like what got her through the month, and she said, honestly, this is from her. I'm just gonna read it.
Can you really quick, how do you say her last name? Do you know?
No, I say Strad.
Okay, so if you probably know Jordan, and where's who we're talking about, and her last name is spelled Strnad. So a lot of you guys probably follow her and know who we're talking about, but we don't know how to say her last name.
Like, she averages like 10 plus loyal customers every single month. It's crazy. And so this month she got 17. So she said, honestly, I was just going to say that what I did is something anybody can do. I followed up, and I sent new messages to people I've never talked to before. She was persistent, and she never gave up. She talked to me every single day when she needed help. Because I don't know if you guys have ever found yourself, like, someone just says something and you're having a day where you're like, I do not know how to respond to this. Sorry. It's always good to like bounce ideas off of other people. So we talked every single day. She said she didn't give up. She pushed herself. She set her head straight towards her goal and didn't give up, even when she started the month at 1,900 volume away from her goal. She said anybody can push like she did. They just have to decide they want it bad enough. And I thought that was really smart, because there's a lot of times I know myself, like, you're trying to go for a goal and you're a certain amount of volume and you're like, oh my God, it's such a daunting task. I don't even want to go do it. But one thing I've heard from everybody that's shared tonight, like, they just did it. They put their heads down and they did the work. They messaged people when people liked their posts. They followed up. They commented. They reached out to new people. They were a friend, and they interacted with their Facebook or Instagram friends. If you're not signing loyal customers, it's probably because you're not doing all of that. And I mean, that's quite honestly the truth. And today I watched a video. I'm all about plugging in, and I watched a video from Jocelyn Yates. I actually watched like 7, but she said something really simple, and some people, I think Josie touched on it. I think maybe more than just Josie, but and it has to do with not giving out your website and offering like customer service and doing things for people. And she said she does something. My kids probably literally just escaped my house right now. I don't know. I just heard doors slam. She said that one thing she offers people, whether they're trying to be a distributor or a loyal customer, and it helps her sign them that day that she starts talking to them 50% more than when she doesn't say it, is that she says, would it be okay if I help you place the order? Not like, give me your information, let's figure this out, or when do you think it's okay? She just simply says, would it be okay if I help you place the order? And they say yes, and she just asks for the information right then and there. And to you, it might be like, okay, that's the weirdest thing I've ever heard, but it's so simple, and it's honestly just like a psychological statement that you're sending to someone to get them to be like, yeah, I do want that. I'm gonna say yes to this, and then you're not giving them another option. You're assuming that sale. And 99% of the time when I close people, it's because I've assumed the sale before I even finish the conversation. Okay, go. Sorry. So that's just her 2 cents. I'm gonna go chase them, but that's all I wanted to add.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing that. I'm glad she gave you that. Okay, you guys, so, I mean, really, I feel like a lot of everybody kind of said the same things, you know, about being consistent, being a friend. Like, those are big things. And, you know, even for myself, I feel like those are really important. I feel like when I focused on, you know, really, like, not, you know, being so stressed out because I needed to get a certain amount of customers or I needed to hit a certain number, and I just focused on helping people and telling as many people as possible about the products. Even if that meant I had to post more than I usually did, that's what I was doing. And, you know, people are watching us, but they can also sense when you're genuine and when you're not genuine. So remember that. Like, I can tell, and I know some of the girls on here, they'll know, because I can tell when I'm, like, forcing it. and I'll be like, God, like I myself can tell that I'm like sounding like a desperate lunatic. You know, I need to dial it back, and I just need to go back to, you know, just being a friend and building relationships and things like that. But, you know, all the girls that, I mean, they gave really amazing tips, you know, being product of the product. You got to believe in yourself. Don't compare, you know, following up. I think there were so many great tips, and I hope it was really helpful for you guys. I know I've got, you know, some, you know, good little things that I'm going to try doing too, that I didn't think of before, that you guys are probably like, well, gosh, how did you not do that yet? But we're always learning, and I'm really appreciative to everyone who got on here tonight, and I thank you guys who got on here and shared with us. I know it can sometimes be a little scary to get on here and talk in front of everybody, but I'm so pumped up, you guys. Like, I can feel momentum. I'm just, you know, Green Carpet's getting ready to come up. They're bringing a new product. We've got the new promotions happening right now, and I don't know about you guys, but this $100 in free product for new distributors has me so pumped, because for the longest time we had that 120 in free product, and it was a huge incentive for new people. So if you guys haven't messaged your potential distributors yet and told them that, you know, these are the perks that they have for joining, you need to go and do that. Let them know, hey, it was just announced that when you join, you get your first 4 loyal customers in 30 days, you get $120 or $100 in free product that you get to pick. You know, that's huge. Like, a lot of people love that, and that's something that was a big incentive before for us. So make sure you're capitalizing on that, as well as, you know, they have the chance of those bonuses as well. But I think the product credit is huge. So I'm going to get the recording posted and things like that, so you guys can go back and rewatch it. You can share with your teams. But thank you guys for getting on here tonight, and I hope you guys have a good night, and I will talk to you all later. Bye-bye.